believe that they say he has a wife. They say, is it this Magdalene? They say, is it Abba? I was saying this clown. Forgive me. Sorry. I was saying Shehu Kuti. Say he has a book. Say he has a book. That in the book is the story of Jesus' wife, Jesus' children. That we called it one name like that. There are secrets, amen. Sarah. You should what? The Bible is the center and circumference of our belief. Jesus has wife. And it is only that book that says Jesus has wife. Jewish history never says Jesus has wife. Jewish history. The Bible never said Jesus. Even Muhammad that came with all his blood didn't say Jesus has wife. Muhammad. That came, he said one angel Jubril appeared to him. He said, he didn't say Jesus has wife. I say it to you. Jesus knew that a generation will come that will raise up this form of heresy. That's why he didn't choose a woman as his disciple. But as a parable, as a witness to the abortion of Jewish custom. He made it so that the first witness of his exaltation will not be the apostles. The first witness of his exaltation will be your gender. To make it known that in my agenda, you have a place. Are you getting me? In my agenda, your gender has a place. In my plan, you have a place. You are not to be subjugated. You are not to be relegated. If a man can be an apostle, you can be an apostle. Are you getting me? If a man can be a witness of his exaltation, you too can be a witness of the exaltation. Actually, you were first before them. This is what I mean. I put this meeting. So somebody was asking, what is this witness of Mary? What do you mean? What do you? When Sam did the flyer, the first flyer I did was I did flyer of manger. I said, no. I'm not saying Mary, mother of Jesus. I'm saying Mary Magdalene. The one that Jesus showed up to first. The one that was the first witness of his resurrection. Even though the witness was not believed, the chief apostle said his vision. And he said, we are astonished by our vision. Making mockery of such spiritual encounter, such visitation of God to man. Now, let me ask you a question. Why does it seem like if they are counting apostles to a generation, we don't see your gender there? Why? Have you ever asked yourself why? A sister asked me the question. She said, it was in Akure. I think I mentioned it here. She said, I have a problem. My problem is that why? You see that in stories that we read, in the history of the church, women were in the front line of the move of God, such as Catherine Kuhlman, you know, right? Amy Sample McPherson, you know, right? Mama Etta, you know, Marietta Woodward. And just to mention a few, said, why does it look like in this generation, God is not selecting women to be in the forefront no more? So I had to answer that it is not a problem of whether or not God is selecting women. It is if the women are willing to go through the process. Are you getting me? I say it is not a problem of whether or not God is selecting women. Are the women, are they ready? So I began to list what the problems of women are. I said, number one problem of a woman, for why she does not enter the full scope of her calling. You might need to write this down. Number one problem of a woman, for which she does not enter the full scope of her calling, I had said it here, is because women start, but they don't know how to continue. They lack the staying power. A woman and a brother, a sister and a brother can start on a spiritual journey, and for 2 years, they are both running with the same intensity. After a while, the sister will give up, and the brother will continue. That's why at the end of the day, the brother will become an apostle. The brother will become a prophet to the generation. The brother will become a national evangelist, and the sister, all she will be is a mother of children. Mom is shy. Marriage is beautiful. Are you with me? Being mom is shy is beautiful, but we were made for more. Huh? You were made for child. You were made for more than childbirth. You were made for more than that. He spoke a parable several years ago, more than 2,000 years ago, with his life. He showed up to a woman first to be the witness of his generation. Do you think he didn't mean it? Do you think he didn't have it in plan to keep bringing up women as witnesses on his behalf? The Bible said, oh my God, when they gathered in the upper room, 120 of them, Bible had to emphasize that even Mary, the mother of Jesus, was there with him. What was their intention? What was their intention for which they went into the upper room? What was their intention? Their intention was to tarry until the Holy Ghost came, and so that they will become what? Witnesses. They were to be witnesses. It was not just men that gathered there, men, women, everybody gathered there. The reason why your gender seem as though they are not part of the agenda of God is because you stop too early. I've been a discipler for a while. I've seen it. Women can give up too soon. They can give up too soon. Too soon. They begin with a form of fervor, with a form of intensity. Some of you know yourself when you're on campus. You know yourself. You were a praying engine. You were a praying turbine. Oh my God, you know how to pray. Your fasting never stopped. Your encounters were beautiful. Among even brothers, you were like a shining light. The moment you left campus, you died. And you were more like mentors to on campus. You see them now after campus. They are great and strong men of God. I am wondering, why did God not use you the way He's using them? It's because you stopped on the path. You know how to begin, but to continue is always a problem. It's always a problem. When they start, it's always like a sure bet. They will say, give her 3 years. Those that have gone before you, they are counting for you. We should stop. We should stop. They said, we know them. This is how they start. They start, and after a while, they settle down. Suddenly, their problem is, I want to marry. Suddenly, their problem is, I need a job. As though men don't marry. As though men don't get jobs too. Why do they enter into the fullness of God's ordination for their life and you people don't? Why? Are you not bothered? So their problem is, this is my womb. Can he be able to give birth? When he brought you, was the question about childbirth? Are you with me? Have you ever showed up in God's realm and there was a matter about your childbirth? Have you ever showed up there? Why is that your concern every time you come back to it? Every time you ascend the realm of God, what are the things He's telling you? What are the things He's echoing to you? Are they not matters of your calling and destiny? Why do you make light of them? Why? Another thing that happens to be a problem for women is that, and I've said it many times, women often find model. They often look for model in another woman. And because models are scarce in the embodiment of a woman, they give up. So a sister will run on, and while she's running, she's looking for another woman to model for her what God has called her to be. And you get what I'm talking about? She's looking for another woman to model to her what God has called her to be. And as she's praying, she's fasting, she's laboring in God, but she's scouting. And after scouting for a while, she does not see. She gives up. My question to you is that, who told you that a woman is the one that is embodying your calling? Who told you that a woman is the one that is modeling your calling? Who told you? Have you wondered? Have you ever asked yourself? Like I said last time, probably the embodiment of your calling is Apostle Aaron. Probably the embodiment of your calling, the embodiment of your ministry is Apostle Agola. Probably the one that is modeling the brightness of your ordination. This Theophilus Sunday are not a woman, but you are trying to look for a woman that sings. I say, she's my mentor. Why? And that woman too is looking for another woman to model say to my mentor. What she cannot find, she stop. Ultimately, you stop also. This is why many women cannot go further than they are currently. Ask yourself, why am I looking for a woman to model my calling for me? Meanwhile, God intentionally has planted men before you to be carriers of the same grace. 4 things to do as a good woman. 8 things to do. They are beautiful things. So, are you listening to me? Some people have that calling. Are you getting me? It's a good calling because they have to keep the institution of marriage. But who told you all of you are called to be that thing? That's the second problem. And then the sister asked me another question. Said, why do women stop? You said part of the problem is that women stop. So why do they stop? Because you are prescribing things, you are telling us things now. You said our problem is that we stop. I agree. According to your postulations, why does a woman stop on that journey? So I told them. I said, women want money because they are faced with different kind of circumstance that wants to steal away from them their calling, and they give in to those circumstances. One of it is the pressure to marry. One of it is the pressure to make money. There are different pressures all around that wants to steal from you your calling, and women easily give in to those pressure. So I brought Catherine Kuhlman into the picture. I said Catherine had a similar circumstance like that, but guess what? She over that circumstance. Do you know a major issue in life was that she could not marry right. She divorced. The divorce could have broken her calling. Guess what? He made her go down. Rather than staying down, she found a secret place and she locked herself there. After a while, she came out like a bright light that our generation can never ignore. Everybody will face with circumstances that want to steal their calling from them. It is you that will decide that no. I lie not to you. Should I tell you the truth? After my wife delivered, or throughout the childbirth and delivery, I knew that this thing can affect. I knew. Because her devotion was being affected. Not because she wanted to be weak, but because the pressure was too much. The load was too much. The stress was too much. Sometimes I'll be angry and say, I'm not praying, no. It will almost be like she will tell me now, come and carry this thing. And know whether or not it will be easy to pray. Those things are strong things enough to stop you from the journey of pressing into God. If you ask a woman why she stopped being serious, she has a valid reason why. But there are other women that have gone ahead of you, that they were faced with similar circumstances, but they didn't give up. It's you, it's break up, they break up with you now. They did not divorce you. They did not, it's just break up, they did not lie to you. You know Catherine's problem. Catherine's situation was that she married a man that she didn't know that was married to another woman. Look at the manipulation. She submitted her life to a man that was married to another woman. He says he's a preacher. He has another wife in another town. Look at the level of damage that did to her. When she found out, he broke her. Not just like a broker. You spread around that. You're a preacher, how can you not discern? So he made her shut down for ministry. She could have gone down the aisle. I would never have heard her voice. Circumstances will come. Are you with me? Circumstances will come. Issues will come that want to stand as a stumbling block. That want to stand as a resistance. Things will always show up. They will always show up. That to say no. I have a place in this generation. I'm part of the witnesses. When he counted 852 apostles, I was part. Hey, when he said there are 999 prophets that will walk in this generation, my name is Pat. What's your name, sister? I tell you, I'm Pat. I'm Pat. I want heartbreak will not make me stop praying. I will not be crying. And instead of praying and listening to message, I'll be looking for motivational speakers. Hey. People to motivate me out of my depression. And after 6 months of motivation, I become a motivational speaker too. Just thereby losing my calling. See, Aish, the biggest witness against you in heaven will be Ketekuma. The biggest. What has happened to you? None of you here, they have not divorced any of you here. It's only break up now. Your own problem is that I am 31, I am 30 this. I have not married. Hey, Catherine was unmarried till she died. Unmarried. Today you say I want to be like her. Can you take the pain of our consecration? Can you bear the burdens of our consecration? The great Penina I celebrate today, I love him in my life and soul. We oftentimes refer to her as the one that models the calling upon her life, upon his life. See, I called this meeting because I have a plan. My plan is that I have realized that except that you devote attention to ladies specifically, they will not be serious. Because the way many of you are going, you have plans to give up soon. At best 2027. All this labor we are laboring, who you 2027? Some of you would have married. And the only time we see you is marriage counseling. After marriage counseling, antenatal prayer. After antenatal prayer, you call us for name and say, when pastor come and dedicate. That's not why I was brought as your father. Yeah? Are you with me? It's not to be dedicating baby alone. God brought you. I can push you to your destiny. You think I'm not spiritual, so I come and say, Olua, no. See, that is beautiful. But something is greater. Something is greater. There's something greater than that. Are you getting the body? Are you guys really getting the body? Oh, I feel like talking Yoruba. They didn't bring you someone who come and be doing child dedication. That's not why. Maybe part, but that's not the core reason why. You have a calling. You have a destiny. You have an ordination that must not go down like Mordecai. I'm saying to you, for such a time as this were you born. No, Mordecai looked at Esther and said, hey, you're not aware. You were brought into the palace for such a time as this. And you know, as I'm saying this, some of you will be saying, I'm calling everybody to ministry. No, that's not the truth. I'm not saying everybody will walk in the on the pulpits. Are you with me? I'm not saying everybody will be in the pulpit. So I was saying to them, when was I saying to them? Akure. I was telling them, I said, when we talk about Esther, what comes to your mind is a woman of God. Are you with me? She? But do you know, Esther never had a pulpit. Never mounted a pulpit. Esther was in the political sector. That was how she was. Esther, though in the political sector, she was so great that a book in the 66th book of the Bible was named after her. And she was not a preacher. So I'm not saying all of these things. I'm saying so that you become a pastor tomorrow. Are you with me? I'm saying all of this. I'm saying so that in whatever field God has planted, you will be so robust in God. So large in God that what the person that's on the pulpit is doing, you can manifest it in your sphere of influence. Esther was the first person that showed us what it means to have favor. Favor. An irresistible kind of favor. See. Are you listening to me? See. Esther was not a preacher. She didn't have a pulpit, But when it came to the matter of destiny, I don't know where Esther learned it from. But when Esther needed to push something on the behalf of the entire, the Bible said Esther went on 3 days dry. Not just herself, she and all her mates. A politician, 3 days dry, not pastor. She was not fasting for a crusade. She was not fasting for a conference. She was fasting to prosecute her assignment in the political world. How many politicians can fast 3 days dry today? A sister or a brother that is sending to the political sector, we know that, okay, we just need to, we need to be prophesying over him. They are not taught the way of labor, individual labor. Are you guys get what I'm talking about? They're not taught the way of individual labor. They're not taught all of these things. 3 days dry. Nobody gave them fastness. I said, hey, what we are looking for, how to tap into it, is by going 3 days dry. And it's not just me that will fast. All of you, because we need a corporate energy. We need a corporate energy to push this thing we're talking about. And Esther is who? She's what? Politician. She's not a pastor. She's not an she's so robust that a book. How many books are in the Bible? Just 66. She has a book in the Bible. You know, many a times. Are you listening to me? Many a times. When we say to sisters, that the one that is modeling your calling is necessarily not a man. What they think we are saying to them is that you must talk like a man, walk like a man. No. Are you getting me? No. I'm not telling you to not retain your feminine whatever. I'm not telling you to walk like That's what I'm saying. In my personal training for my wife, I said to her, be simple, be calm, but be clear. You don't have to be masculine like. No, you don't need to. You can be feminine and carry the same flame. Oh, Fatua later. Adi Baba Kula Tamina. Are you getting me? You can come with a beautiful wig, nice shoe, and they're saying, what they're saying is fine gown, lower, fine shoe, lower. Mama. Until she handles the microphone and she begins to speak to her maker. Are you getting me? Hey, Kotanabaruf. Until she handles the microphone, when she comes in, she might look so calm, so gentle, so comported. But like a lioness, she's even more fierce than a lion. You get what I'm saying? I'm tired of your absence in the generation. I'm tired. Your space is left open. The gap is left open. We need you. You need to rise. Finoka. We need you. The witnesses. The witness of Marys are needed. Marys need to rise. It's possible that even the chief apostles are weak at certain points. It's Mary that cover the gap. The average woman cannot handle scripture. What is the problem? The average sister, if she's brought to us, cannot deliver God. And you know what? The truth of the matter is that 90% of you guys, you might end up like that. And that's my concern. I want you to ask me a question. Ask me, what is your biggest motivation?
What's your biggest motivation? What's your biggest motivation?
My biggest motivation is what God showed me. What is your biggest motivation? What has He shown you that you can die to fulfill? Many of you, He has shown you things. But even you do not believe the things He has shown you. The things He has shown you, you do not believe them. The things God has shown me are bigger than my age. Bigger than my mind. But that's my biggest motivation. It might take time, but it will surely come to pass. It will not just take time, it will take labor. I'm willing to put the labor. I'm willing to spend my life, spend my soul, give up my food. Oh, God. There are things some of us are dealing with that we cannot share with you. It's a product of labor. Labor has condemned some part of our body. Are you? There are medications some of us are taking. It's labor that causes it. The generation will look at us and say, hey, I like what's upon your life. We smile. Say we are what we are by the grace of God. Sisters, are you with me? Awake, 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 awake from your slumber. Is a call. Awake, 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 awake. Say, I'll be sleeping. Say, I'll be sleeping.